the reason I was looking forward to chatting to you as well is I work with a lot of young people as part of my other job who suffer with anxiety, mental health issues and stuff, and they want to be musicians, and some of them are, but they suffer with stage fright. Now, you mentioned obviously being a hammer. You are a born performer. You look like a rock star. Your riffs are amazing. Riffs are amazing. Everything is tight when you're on stage. But have you ever, even if you don't now, because it certainly doesn't look like it, have you ever felt stage fright at any point in your career? And if so, do you have any tips, maybe 2 or 3, for any young person who is listening to this, reading to this, watching this, whatever, who is interested in beating that back? I've heard some people say, if you're not nervous, you're not trying hard enough, and that's something I always kind of liked. But I wonder if you have a different take on it.
Yeah. So first of all, let me preface this by saying, while I don't really get nervous for shows, I am a very anxious person in my daily life. You would think if you see me get up in front on stage and play in front of, thousands of people, that I would just be this confident all the time. I'm only that confident with a guitar in my hands. Like, you should see me when I'm running 1 minute late to something. I'm a nervous wreck. If I'm not 15 minutes early, I'm pulling my hair out. Like, I'm a really high strung, and like I deal with all that in my daily life. So just because I have that confidence in my craft, I still deal with it in other ways. We're not immune to it just because of the music stuff. But strictly in terms of guitar playing, again, I do feel like that's my comfortable spot. If you ever see a photo of me without a guitar in my hands, and then you see a photo from the same shoot with a guitar, you'll see how much more comfortable I am holding a guitar. So it's my comfort zone. The only time in recent memory I can truly say that I got nervous was actually my WrestleMania 34, when I performed with Shinsuke Nakamura in New Orleans. And it was fine. I was good during sound check. I didn't feel any nerves. And then when it was time to walk down the ramp, I walked down the ramp and I was standing there. There's a great picture somewhere of me standing there. There's this ring of camera people around me, still photographers and different camera operators for WWE. And, we're in the Superdome, another NFL arena, the Saints Arenas, 80,000 and change in there, millions and millions watching, at home. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, what if I don't know where to start? Like, what if I mess? Like, it wasn't really even making a mistake with the song. I felt fine with the song, but what if I miss the cue? What if they don't tell me when to go? What if something? And I started, like, the wheels started spinning and everything started getting weird. And then and nobody knew I was going to be there. It was a complete surprise. And then I was like, what if they don't want me here? And then out of the blackness, I to this day don't know who this was, but somebody must have recognized me in the ramp. And I heard this voice say, "Let's go, Nita." And in that moment, I just took a deep breath, and like the sense of calm washed over me. And I was like, oh, like, my people are here. There are, like, there are rock fans here that are excited for me, and they're going to enjoy this performance. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, I'm going to do this for that person, that one person that said, "Let's go, Nita." Like, this is them and me here now. And that's it. I don't know who none of these other people are. And so I gave it to them, and that was, I was able to relax and lean into it. So my advice going from that would be, find that thing that makes you feel supported. Find that, whether it's a parent in the audience or a partner or a friend, or maybe you're just playing to, a room full of strangers, and whatever it is, but find that, whatever it is that makes you feel supported, and lean into that, perform to that, rather than just saying, like, "I don't know anybody, this is crazy." Yeah. Find whatever makes you feel confident and supported.
Yeah, find your people. I love that. I love that, Nita, and thank you for sharing that experience with me as well. I think that that means a lot. You obviously, even though you have this great stage presence, you have felt that, and I think that's something that it's a beautiful thing to share with people. So thank you for that. Before we do the plugging bit and finish off with a couple more, I do want to ask you about wrestling, because you were at WrestleMania. Wrestling is, you've seen the ins and outs, like you say, you've seen the production, you've seen everything. Being a performer and obviously a fan as well. Do you still have the love for it as a fan when you've been backstage, you've met these people, you've performed in front of thousands? For me, it's about escapism. What is it for you that does it for you in a wrestling context?
Oh, absolutely. We went to WrestleMania as fans this year. We didn't get tickets from WWE. Like we went there as true fans, sat up in the very, very high up seats, and went there and truly enjoyed as true fans. It was a spectacle and a half, even if it didn't end the way that I wanted it to, it was just such an incredible experience. And I love watching them, like it's almost made more special by the fact that I know some of these people now, so I it gets more and more special. Imagine if you go see your favorite band and then you can text the guitar player afterward and say great job, like that's how surreal is that. I go see Metallica and then I can text Kirk Hammett and say great show, like I can't do that, but I can text Becky Lynch. So just purely as a fan, it's only enriched the experience for me working with them.